Is this just a recycled version of one of my older videos? Yes it is. Did I private that older video in the hopes that no one would notice? Yes I did. Am I giving myself away now anyway? Yes I am. Anyways, let's just roll the intro. Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. So recently I put up a poll asking you guys what video you want to see next from me, and the winning option was songs that K-pop fans did dirty. And so basically what I'm going to be talking about today are songs that I think either didn't get enough positive attention or just didn't get enough attention in general despite being a decent song. I asked you guys on my community tab to share some songs that you think were done dirty, and at the end of this video I'm going to read and give my opinion on some of the top comments, so please remember to stay tuned for that. Quick disclaimer, as always, this is just based on my opinion. If you don't like or don't care about any of these songs, that's absolutely fine. I'm not forcing you to like them. Also, I made a similar video on this a while ago, which is why some songs that you might be able to think of aren't in this video. It's likely that I discussed them already in that video and I just didn't want to repeat myself. And without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, listen, when I heard More and More for the first time, I will admit that I was disappointed, and I agreed with most people when they said that this song was missing that special flair that makes Twice songs so addictive. But I will not lie to you, this song aged like fine wine. Not that I've ever had wine because I'm underage. And yes, I have my own criticisms of this song. Obviously, I think that after such a repetitive pre-chorus, the chorus drop feels unnecessary and underwhelming. However, over time I've begun to appreciate the fresh vibe that this song and comeback brings, and I listen to it quite frequently. The intro to the song with the haunting vocals from Nayeon and Mina and the delicate instrumental is so ethereal, and a part of me wishes that they had maintained that atmosphere throughout the whole track instead of turning it into a colourful house track. But it still is not a bad song by any means. I also don't understand why so many people are so critical of the music video, because the MV for More and More is actually one of my favourite ones from Twice. It's so magical, and the sets, particularly the main sort of Garden of Eden set, is absolutely stunning. So yeah, whilst I'm willing to admit that this might not be Twice's best title track, I really don't understand why it was met with such an overwhelmingly negative response. People need to stop saying that they dislike this song because it isn't weird enough for them, and just admit that they have no taste. Okay, I'm kidding, but I swear that a lot of people who say that umpah umpah is too quote-unquote normal for Red Velvet or too safe are the same people who will rant for half an hour about how they hate Zimzalabim with a burning passion. But for those of you who just generally don't find this song that interesting, that's okay. But it's still baffling to me that this is one of Red Velvet's most slept on eras. It's such a fun, uplifting summer song, and I love the High School Musical-esque vibe in the chorus. What really makes this song, in my opinion, is the bridge. It really stands out from the rest of it, and the layering of the vocals and all the harmonizing in the background sounds amazing. And I know I've already said this way too many times on my channel before, but Umpah Umpah is Red Velvet's best music video, and you cannot change my mind on that. Let your body take the wheel. Okay, hear me out on this one. I'm not going to talk about Lana or non-Asians in K-pop because that's a very extensive topic, but looking at the song Take the Wheel solely from an objective point of view, it's really nowhere near as bad as people make it out to be. Admittedly, the mixing of this song is bad. It sounds like something that I would record on GarageBand, and somewhere at the start of the song, the volume of it goes from 0 to 100 for absolutely no reason whatsoever.
I know you want it, 이 순간 나에게 미쳐봐. Yeah.
And it is a bit frustrating because minor mistakes like abrupt volume changes should be relatively easy to fix. But as a song in itself, it's actually okay, at least in my opinion. The melody has a nice flow to it and it's cohesive, and whilst the vocals are nothing special, they don't sound bad either. In theory, it could have been a decent song, it was just executed badly, which is why so many people think it's a terrible song. And this is something that I see a lot with these non-Asian K-pop groups, such as Kachi. Their debut song, Your Turn, wasn't amazing, but it wasn't really as terrible a song as everyone made it out to be. Once again though, the overall production was quite sloppy and lackluster, which is what ruined its potential.
Okay. I'ma shake it like you want my birthday.
Even though I prefer What You Waiting For, Birthday was actually a really fun song, and I don't really get why so many people hate it. Okay, some of the lyrics are quite cringy, I'll admit to that, but I love the attitude behind this song, and Somi executed it flawlessly. I really like the somewhat bubbly sound to the chorus drop, and the pre-chorus creates this perfect build-up. Also, it doesn't matter what your opinion on this song is, you cannot deny the fact that the "Oops, you're not invited" line is iconic. Whilst this song is undoubtedly big, obviously it's a BTS song, whenever I see videos ranking BTS title tracks, Idol is always one of the last songs on the list. And my question is, why? I mean, yes, this era may have been blindingly vibrant and crazy, and does watching the music video make you feel like you're on drugs? Absolutely. Not that I've ever taken drugs, FBI, please don't track my location. Anyways, just like the lyrics, this era as a whole was so unapologetic, and everything about it is so full of energy that I really love. Is it my favourite BTS song? Definitely not. I can't say that when Spring Day is standing right there, but Idol still slaps, and side note, the version featuring Nicki Minaj slaps. Anyways, moving on. Everyone who seems to despise this song says that they dislike how the producers decided to throw in another EDM drop. And I mean, I understand that. Obviously, EDM drops do tend to get a bit overused and they're not for everyone. But I ask you this, can you imagine this song with a vocal heavy chorus? Like, genuinely, because I can't. With some songs that have a drop, like More and More, for example, I can imagine what a vocal heavy chorus might sound like. But when it comes to Dun Dun, I think that anything other than that drop would have sounded out of place. Maybe it's just me. But beat drop aside, can we talk about the bridge on this song? Heaven, okay, heaven. The harmonies and vocals and the build up to the final chorus are just chef's kiss. And also the rap verse is flawless. I already spoke about this song in my top 20 K-pop releases of 2020 video, but I will talk about it again because if you haven't heard this song before, you are missing out. It did get a decent amount of attention, I suppose, but it still deserved more because honestly, this is one of my favorite boy group title tracks at the moment. Everything about it is so powerful and impressive, and it's just flawless, it really is. If I were to show a non-K-pop fan one boy group music video, I'm not even gonna lie, it would be this one, and that's saying a lot because there are so many masterpieces in K-pop. So yeah, go listen if you haven't heard this song before because you are missing out. And also, CIX recently had a comeback with their title track Cinema, so go and support that. I will put a link in the eye in the corner.
Back up your mind, alright. 더는 숨길 수 없어. 태워 날 숨쉬는 것조차 너무 어려.
Limesoda is a very interesting group to me because of how unknown they are. According to Spotify, they only have 2 songs in total, one of which being released in 2017, and Wave, the one I'll be talking about, was released in October 2019, I believe. They've been silent ever since, and apparently they've disbanded, which is really a shame considering how good of a song this is. It's a very fresh sounding song, every sound is well polished and clean, and the vocals add an extra layer of vibrance to the track. I especially like Hyerim's voice, it's very sweet sounding and honey-like, and it fits the song like a glove. So whilst I understand why this song is slept on, because Limesoda have disbanded, and even when they were still a group they were severely underpromoted it seems, it still is quite sad that this had to become a hidden gem in the K-pop industry. And now, as promised, I'm going to be reading some of the top comments from my community post about this. I'm sorry I can't read all of them because there are over 100 comments, but I do want to thank you guys for helping me out so much with this video. I'll be looking at 3 different comments, but they do contain a lot of different songs, which I'll be going through one by one. So yeah, let's get into it. So this is a comment from Jihyo, and Jihyo said, RBB got no attention and Ice Cream was severely bashed, like they didn't deserve that. Okay, so with RBB, I completely agree. This was actually the first song that I spoke about in my older video, which I now privated. I get why this song might seem a little bit messy. Certain parts kind of sound like they recorded too many vocal parts and so decided to just throw them all in over each other, which makes it sound overly chaotic. But when I first heard this song, I generally really liked it, and it actually surprised me a lot to find out how many people dislike it. As for Ice Cream, I kind of get why this song is disliked so much, as I have my own criticisms of it. However, I do think that people over-exaggerate how bad it is. One thing I dislike about the song is the instrumental. I feel like it lacks impact and build-up, and it's very repetitive, which makes it hard to identify the chorus of the song and makes the whole thing just sound like a long verse. Some of the lyrics also seem kind of random to me, like they were just shoved into the song for the sake of rhyming. But other than that, this song really isn't that awful. I mean, some people are out there acting like it's the worst thing they've ever heard, when in truth it's kind of just like a fun, chill summer song. It's fine if you don't like it, but it's not the abomination that everyone says it is. So this is quite a long comment, so I'm going to be splitting it per song. So this comment is from Phineas Facing Front, and they said, My Treasure by Treasure. Literally all of their songs were called Noise, and when they delivered something different, everyone was like, sorry, did you hear something? And also, I Love You, also by Treasure. I'm saving my opinion on My Treasure for my reviewing recent K-pop releases video, which I'll probably make towards the end of February, covering January and February comebacks. But I will say that I did really enjoy this comeback. I never really thought that this era was slept on because, I mean, as far as I know, 2mays love it, and I haven't heard any non-2mays say anything negative about it. In fact, I've only ever heard positive commentary on this song. Maybe the idea that it's being slept on comes from the view count, but you know, for rookies, like 19 million views is still a decent amount, but I don't know. As for I Love You, you guys know me, I will never shut up about how much I love that comeback. And I mean, most 2mays have said it's one of their top Treasure songs, but a lot of non-2mays didn't like the beat drop. So I get where you're coming from in the sense that it got a lot of negative attention. I personally don't mind the beat drop because I think that it makes the song more unpredictable, but I do get why it might not be for everyone. Ice Cream wasn't even that bad. Just because it was in English and people understood the lyrics, they became so judgmental. As I said, I agree with this one. Ice Cream really wasn't that bad. I personally don't love some of the lyrics because, as I mentioned, a lot of the lyrics were kind of random and sounded like they were thrown in there to rhyme. But what I do find annoying is people bashing Blackpink for having innuendos in their song, because all of the members of Blackpink are grown women, like they're all adults. Some people are out there like, oh my god, like they have fans who are children, this shouldn't be allowed. But then when their faves literally hump the air on stage, they say nothing, like shut up. Dum Dum Dee, I know it was actually a hit, but people be out here calling it G-Idol's worst title track. What? Senorita is right there. I mean, I'm gonna pretend you didn't do Senorita like that. But when it comes to Dum Dee Dum Dee, this song is very alright. I don't inherently dislike it, and I actually really like the pre-chorus, but it is a very forgettable song, and it is my least favourite G-Idol title track. I'm sorry. The last comment I'll read is from Your Lil Happiness, who said, "Itzy, not shy. It really has their signature sound, but it's still different from other songs by them. To be honest, I don't get the hate over this song just because personally I find it so catchy and unique. And talking about their B-sides, I'm so in love with Nobody Like You and Be in Love. They are my top songs from my girls. Hope that these songs can get more attention." I actually didn't see much hate towards Not Shy. Maybe there was some, but I personally didn't come across any. It's actually my favourite Itzy title track. The pre-chorus is golden. I also really liked the English version and the whole Itzy English version mini album thing that they released recently, other than the Zepeto music video, but we don't talk about that. As for Itzy's B-sides, both Nobody Like You and Be in Love are some of my favourite B-sides from them, so I guess we have similar taste. One that I would add to this list too would be You Make Me. That song slaps. Anyways, that will be it for this video. Again, this was just my opinion and you are allowed to disagree with me, obviously. As always, thank you so much for watching, and also for submitting your comments to the community post. It really helps. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed and I hope you have a great day. Bye!